welcome back. My name is Echo, and I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. In today's Minecraft video, I'm going to be dissecting all the information that we have been given from the Minecraft team, the Minecraft developers, about this year's mobs that could be introduced to Minecraft during Minecraft Live. Now, of course, there is 3 different options. Before you comment down below what you are going to be voting for, please take the time to watch this video because I have additional information about every single mob that is coming directly from the developers. Now let's actually start off with this. This is Allrath. This was a tweet going back to September 3rd, 2021. He said, super secret leak with the eyes for the glare for this year's mob vote. None of the mobs, fairy for the Allay in this year's mob vote, and it's a robot for the copper golem will eat cotton candy. Share any other leaks you uncover in the comments. So for this whole entire time, the teaser was actually right in front of us. The next bit of important information, there was a tweet here towards King B-Dogs saying an important feature such as this should not have been relegated to the mob vote. I'm very surprised you guys went along with it. King B-Dogs responded saying, as with all mob votes, the ones that don't win don't get removed. They are added to the ideas library and will be considered for future updates. So going back to some of the first ever mob votes, when of course the Phantom won, those other 3 mobs that were revealed, we were told they would never be introduced to the game. Now everyone got really triggered about that because those mobs were really cool ideas, really cool concepts. Now ever since that happened, the developers have kind of promised that if a mob doesn't win the mob vote, that does not necessarily mean it could not or won't be introduced at some point in Minecraft's future. So for example, if the glare was to win, that does not mean the Allay and the copper golem will never be introduced to Minecraft. Just keep that in mind. And lastly, before we get into all the information, I posted a poll on Twitter saying what is getting your vote this year. Poor Glare had 7.3% of the votes. The Copper Golem had 41.3% of the votes. But number 1 so far is the Allay with 51.4% of the votes. Now that was only between 2,604 people. Probably a couple more people have voted now, but after checking a couple of other people's votes, the Allay and the Copper Golem, it seems to be between those 2. But let me explain everything you need and should know about these mobs. So let's dive into some extra information that you probably didn't know about these mobs. I'm going to do this in order that they were announced. So we're going to start off with the glare. Now, just to refresh your memory, we have a video clip. So let's roll it.
Oi. Hello? You're so cute! Are you lost too? I don't like the darkness either. Yikes! It's too dark in here. You must be the glare, the mob that lets players know when they are in an area that is dark enough for monsters. The glare flies to dark areas for you. When it gets grumpy, you will know that it's dark enough for monsters to spawn. You can also bring it with you and proves once and for all that you can be grumpy and cute at the same time.
Will Tiny Agnes ever find Tiny Jens? Whose lair is this? Do you want the glare to join Minecraft? Tune in to Minecraft Live on October 16th to cast your vote and change Minecraft forever.
So come on, the concept behind this mob is absolutely brilliant. Now, from personal perspective, I don't think this mob is going to win unless a certain nightmare YouTuber is going to rig it. But regardless of that, the concept of this is brilliant. But it's brilliant for Minecraft Bedrock Edition, and I'll explain in just a second. So this mob is a bush with eyes that floats, and it's basically a pet because, as Lady Agnes explained, you can take this adventuring with you. Now, it will fly to certain areas of caves or dark areas in general to say like, hey, you need to light this area up, or skeletons or zombies or creepers are going to spawn. It has some incredible mood swings though. It can be incredibly grumpy or it can be incredibly happy. Obviously, the lighter the area is, the happier it's going to be. We have a quoted tweet here from King B-Dogs. King B-Dogs and Ulraf, by the way, are Minecraft Java developers. He quoted it saying, glare with eyes. We had a response saying, I don't know about this one. I'm more interested in the background of the video. Now, as you know, in the background of the video, we see B armor. Let's just get the expectations versus reality out of the way right now. King B-Dogs responded straight away and was like, the backgrounds don't mean anything. They're just aesthetics. They're just to make the video a little bit more visual pleasing for the community. So no, there isn't any B armor. So don't get confused, like I said, with the expectations versus reality. Just to elaborate a little bit more, remember last year, the glow squid, everybody's seen submarines and was like, oh my days, submarines are gonna be added. Oh look, scuba gear, that's gonna be added. And actually, that Nightmare YouTuber used this to trick people to think that they would be added to the game. Remember, expectation versus reality. No submarines, no B armor. But then we did, however, get this response to King B-Dogs saying, yeah, but why would a player ever use this when they could just press a button? Question mark. The mob could never be more practical than just clicking F3. Now, King B-Dogs' response was, even with F3, you'd have to find a suspicious location first to check. This would lead you to that location straight away, even if you haven't seen it yet. Now, it seems like a time-saving mob more than anything else, but honestly, again, really, really useful for Minecraft Bedrock Edition, but I think Java players would rather stick to pressing F3. But hey, I'm not here to influence your opinion. If you like the glare, go and vote for it. So moving on to mob number 2. Not gonna lie, incredibly cute. This is the Allay. Like before, let's just run this video clip just to refresh your memory. Roll it.
Tiny Agnes, where are you? Hello, fellow music fan. You're my only friend now that Tiny Agnes is gone. Here, take my last cookie. You deserve it. Typical. You must be the Allay. Thanks for collecting all these cookies for me. Would you do that with any item I give you? Hooray! No more collecting for me! And you dance too? Amazing! If you give an Allay an item, it will collect matching ones for you. It also loves music. So if there's a note block nearby, that's where it will drop them.
Tiny Jens?
Will Tiny Jens ever drop an album? Was that Tiny Agnes's voice? Do you want the Allay to join Minecraft? Tune in to Minecraft Live on October 16th to cast your vote and change Minecraft forever.
It can't just be me who has a smile on my face every time I finish watching that video. I love how passionate Jeb is with the Allay mob. Now, I love that trailer, you love that trailer, but again, it's expectations versus reality. I just want to make sure that you have all the correct information. Personally, when I seen this mob, I was like, oh my days, it's literally the good twin to the Vex. The Vex is evil, the Allay potentially could be the good version of it. Let's start off with this information coming from King B-Dogs. Allays are not item duplicators. They pick up items nearby on the floor that are the same item it has been given. So, you could give it a dirt block. Then it will find dirt blocks that are dropped. Collect them, then return them, and drop them to you or a note block you've set up. So just to clear a bunch of confusion, because I had so many people in the comment section saying, so if I give it a diamond, it comes back with like 20 different diamonds. That is not going to be the case. The items need to be dropped already on the floor, exactly like King B-Dogs explained. You give it dirt, it will try and find dirt nearby. Now, the next bit of information coming from King B-Dogs, he said they cannot get items from chests either, only dropped items. You could feasibly use this for item sorting if you make a cool contraption. And that does sound pretty cool. Then we also had this question to King B-Dogs. Question, you say that it can't duplicate, but Jens specifically said that was his last cookie. Where did the other cookies come from if it wasn't duplication? And he was like, the video just wasn't very clear. It was a joke, but the idea is that the cookies were laying around somewhere off screen. So that clears up that information. Then Logical Geek Boy had a really good question. If you can say, will it be able to pick up non-stackable items? If so, how specific would it match items? For example, if I gave it a mending book, would it be able to pick up just mending books? This could be great at sorting items that we can't currently sort automatically. And he was like, yes, it would be able to pick up non-stackable items. No, I don't know about the mending books scenario. We'll have to find out if it gets voted as the winner. So that is actually a really good concept. Now I imagine during Minecraft Live, we'll hopefully find a little bit more information about these mobs. Last but not least, he then said, and of course, it should go without saying, Allays will not search for items in unloaded chunks. We don't have stuff like that in Minecraft. We wouldn't break it with this mob. So yeah, I'm not here again to influence your decision. I just want to make sure you have the correct information heading into Saturday for the mob vote. Last, but certainly not least, let's go over the final mob. This is all about the Copper Golem. Final video clip, roll it.
Tiny Jens, I'm down here.
Where are we?
I don't know, but look at this lovely copper.
Is that a copper golem?
Yes, it must be old, or a time they freeze into statues.
Let's build our own copper golem. Maybe it can help us.
This one has a lot of life in it.
We're saved!
The Copper Golem is a mob that you, the player, can build yourself. It oxidizes over time and loves to randomly press copper buttons. So, they would be added to the game as well.
Will they make it to the show on time? Did they save any cookies for Tiny Boo? Do you want the Copper Golem to join Minecraft? Tune into Minecraft Live on October 16th to cast your vote and change Minecraft forever.
So the developers described the Copper Golem as a funny mob. I really loved that trailer as well, and as of me making these videos right now, I'm so torn between the Allay and the Copper Golem, but I'm going into this with an open mind, and my decision will be made during the actual event. So the information we have about the Copper Golem is coming from Ulraf, still a Minecraft developer. He actually quoted this. Someone said, if the Copper Golem is struck by lightning, will it remove the oxidation? And he was like, that lightning rod on its head is not just for show, with a winky face. So yes, it will. And then somebody else was like, so when it oxidizes, does it become a statue? And he was like, yes. So this mob not only is a functioning mob, it will also be a statue as well. Now, if the Copper Golem does win, we're also going to have the introduction of copper buttons too. Here's another question to Ulraf. Could we possibly find ancient oxidized copper golems while exploring that we could bring back to life with a question mark? And he was like, this isn't decided. So no promises, but if it wins, I'm super excited for the connection it might have with the Archie when Archie is added further into the future. That is referring to the archaeology side of Minecraft. Remember, it's currently postponed. And then finally, we had this question from Cosmic Crow MC. I've been wanting a simple way to randomize redstone contraptions for a long time. What would the range of the copper golems be? Question mark. Also, how long would it take for a copper button to release after being pressed? Now, Uraf's response was, those are implementation details. If the copper golem wins, we will figure all those out together with feedback from the community, as we always do. So is anybody willing to kind of rig this to go 50-50 with the Allay and the copper golem so both of them get introduced? I like the ideas behind all of the mobs, but again, I think the community are still torn between the Allay and, of course, the copper golem. At this point, if you're still watching, let me know in the comment section, but more importantly, what are you going to be voting for? I'm also curious, with all the information I've gathered in today's video, has it changed your mind on a specific mob? Did you learn something that you didn't already know about these mobs? Just leave all the information down below in the comment section. So take care, stay beautiful, have a great day, and I will see you all Saturday for the Minecraft live event.